अच्छा, तो वो वेरिएबल नहीं होगा
कर
basis
सकते
how
हो,
much
but you
the
know
movie
it's
is
not
making.
recommended because these are private companies. I mean, these are films are private accounts, right? You're a CA, you know. एक फिल्म की अकाउंटिंग होती है, उसमें बोल देंगे आपको विल गिव यू सो मच प्रॉफिट ही नहीं दिखाएंगे. दे हैव सम वेरी क्रिएटिव सीएस हु विल शो कि तो लॉस ही है सर. बिकॉज फॉर अ फिल्म स्टूडियो इट्स वेरी इजी टू ट्रांसफर कॉस्ट, राइट? सो उतना फाइनेंस की नॉलेज मुझे थी कि भैया जो हाथ में मिल रहा है ले लो, बात बैक एंड पे कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. मे बी आई एम बीइंग एक्स्ट्रा कंजर्वेटिव, बट आई हैव नो, like HarperCollins is multinational. They will give me proper accounts. They will give me, I can raise queries. I can ask for disclosures, this auditing. It's an independent producer who put 50 crores, made 75 crores. He'll say, नहीं यार 75 नहीं है, अभी मेरे पैसे फंसे हुए हैं, आए नहीं. ओ 50 थोड़ा ना था, 70 crores खर्च हो गए. How do I, like, what remedy do I have? नहीं सर, आपका तो बना ही नहीं बैक एंड, बस. So that has happened to people, not just for writers, but even actors and all. They've taken back ends and had their back ends kicked, basically. So you have to, well, you know, knowledge of finance is needed everywhere. It's not enough to say हम तो writer हैं जी, बना दो. ऐसा नहीं है. You have to keep your eyes and ears open. So we do. I read contracts, I figure out. And if it's good, then we do it. So yeah, that's an additional income. We sell language rights. So usme we get little bit of, usme my publisher and I all get a share. I get most of it. Audiobook rights. Sometimes one book of mine I've had serialization right. एक Malayalam newspaper था. Every week they carried one chapter of हाफ गर्लफ्रेंड. पहले होता था ऐसे, पहले ज्यादा होता था ये. अच्छा. कि हर हफ्ते एक कहानी आ रही है, तो they would carry the whole book over like 20 weeks or something.
Oh, wow.
But it's mainly the royalties, film rights, audio rights, Kindle rights. Kindle is basically the digital books. उसकी भी royalty आती है. So there are all these various sources of income.
And proportion wise, सबसे substantial, I assume the book royalty
Usually
would
it'll
be
be the
like
royalty.
highest.
Usually, yeah.
And
It's
ये सब like would be
कम है. If you're
fast.
very lucky, some international offer will come. Those are not my books, to be honest. मेरी बहुत Indian market के लिए है. So the foreign markets don't really see why. But अगर आप जैसे, you know, you've had Indian authors who've been published abroad, and they get a big advance abroad only. Like Arundhati Roy got a big advance. Vikram Seth. These are kind of people who mainly cater also to that market. ज़्यादा मतलब इंडिया में भी बिकता है, लेकिन उनका फोकस वहाँ बहुत रहता है. तो आई हैव नेवर हैड दैट. आई ऑलवेज वांटेड टू बी इन इंडिया एंड इट्स मोर देन इनफ फॉर मी. तो वो है. In terms of book economics also maybe will be of interesting to you or your viewers. I am again not the book publisher, but मोटा मोटा आपको बताता हूँ कि कैसे होता है. If a book, say this book's 400 rupees, 200 will be retail margin. So the biggest amount is made by the retailer, 200 rupees. So 50%. Royalty may be 15, but the retail margin is 50. That is why you find the book often on Amazon or Blinkit also now is selling discounted. They're giving 25% discount, but they are still getting a margin. So 50% goes in that. Production cost of the book depends, of course, on the two things. One is the quality of the paper and the printing, and on the volumes. The more the volume, unit cost will drop. But that's another 15 to 20%. So the author takes another 15%. So how much are we at now?
So 200 retailer margin, production
So
I'm
that's
assuming
50%.
80.
Let's just take percentages. So 50%,
16.
15% for author,
Yeah.
15, 20% for, so that's 80, 85, right? Yeah.
Yeah, हो गया खत्म.
But the rest is the publisher margin.
Yeah. So publisher would also make around 15-20%, I assume.
Yeah.
So
but like I said, this could vary. It depends on the printing quality.
Yeah.
Not all retail margins are 50. Small retailers will get 40. Like a big retailer will get 50. So yeah, but that's roughly how it all works.
So author जितना कमाएगा उतना publisher कमाएगा. Is it fair to say this?
That's what they tell me. I think they earn more. Again, like I said, I don't go in and see the actual numbers of the actual how it all works. But that's what, when I ask for more royalty, they say, हमसे ज़्यादा आपको दे रहे हैं. But you know, the author writes the book. I mean, at the end of the day, publishing a book is, the publisher doesn't print the book. It's outsourced. Oftentimes, the publisher doesn't distribute the book. That's outsourced. So
publisher क्या करता है?
They collect the money. No, they do a lot. They have the editorial support. They package the whole thing. It's like a film producer. In a way, they do nothing, but in a way, they put it all together. They make me write the book. They have their own team of editors. They'll get everything they have. But yeah, technically, I could publish it.
Exactly. My next question was, why don't you self-publish?
Because I want to focus on the art. Okay. It will become a business. I could now with my name. But I don't think that extra 10%, because मेरे भी कुछ तो cost होंगे ना to do it.
10 नहीं ज़्यादा होगा. Let's say if you self-publish and just put it online, your retailer margin is gone. Then बाकी के आपके publisher
retailer margin कैसे कौन है?
मतलब Amazon पे अगर आप डालते हो,
so I'll have to organize the logistics, right?
Correct. तो उसपे
I'll have to find a distributor.
But it'll be lesser than 50% for sure, in my opinion. आप अगर Amazon पे लिस्ट करते हो, तो Amazon पे 20% मान के चलो कमीशन होगा. Logistics आपके सब मिला के 10% हो गए. उसके अलावा आई डोंट थिंक देयर इज एनी अदर कॉस्ट, एंड प्रोडक्शन प्रिंटिंग आपका कॉस्ट होगा.
And then I'll have more money, but what will I do with it? Right now I'm happy. I write stories. No, there is a lot of like getting a HarperCollins.
I agree. Credibility.
Not only credibility, the kind of expertise they have, the kind of channels. Then you're talking just put it on Amazon. These are selling, my books are selling at every railway station, every corner of the country. They manage the distributor. They have to collect payments. You are assuming like अब एक कोई दुकान है किसी की पटना में, किसी की देहरादून में बुक शॉप है, उसने बुक्स लिए, उसने फिर you know these are realities of business. So on paper we can do all the math, but
fair.
Then I'm not writing about Saket and Payal. Then I'm chasing the guy in Patna who hasn't paid for the 200 books he bought, and it's not worth it. So I think everybody has their own role, and see, the HarperCollins will have so many books they're publishing, so they have literally got a person or maybe even an entire team that collects payments because they have hundreds of books. So unless I want to open a full-blown publishing house, then I get other writers. फिर मैं कुछ और ही आपने मुझे बना दिया.